Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull rockin' my gun out there.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Oh, this hard goddamn work being this good.
One more again, see what I take on your front side, I swear.
You ain't my daddy, are you?
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
What time is it? Game time proof.
Okay, welcome again to the Don't Be Blasé podcast. We're coming to you live from the House of Pain, otherwise known as Snap Fitness in the Adelaide CBD. I'm your host, B. Caruana, joined as always by my man, Steve Burrows.
Hey there, fellas and guys and girls. Fellas? Where the fuck did that come from?
Oh, mate.
Guys and girls.
Yeah, thanks.
Or
man.
anyone.
Steve,
anyone out there?
You had a good streak. You had 3 weeks in a row where you didn't mess up the intro,
Yeah.
and now it's over.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
3 was good.
Before we get started, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Larry and Lad. Go see the boys in Region Arcade, get yourself an awesome coffee and listen to some pretty sweet tunes. But for now, on with the show. So shout out to the people who've joined us again from the Ozcast Network. Thanks a lot, guys. I think they've added to, we're maybe up to like 47
No
listeners.
way, man.
Oh, yeah, mate. We're worldwide.
When are
now.
the checks coming in, man? That's all I'm about, man. 47, that must be worth.
I did check the letterbox and yeah.
Nothing's come in yet?
Nothing's come in yet.
Okay.
But, because we're on the Ozcast Network,
Yeah.
and Australia Day's been and gone since we've recorded this. We're
Okay.
recording on a Thursday today because Australia Day is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, Australia Day's become a very sort of controversial subject.
And by the way, we're not working on Australia Day.
Exactly.
Our podcast is the same.
The podcast gets a day off too, so we record a day early. But yeah, Australia Day is a controversial topic now,
Okay.
because there's a lot that's happened, and there's people that seem to be taking a very one side or the other. And us, we don't mind delving into the deep topics. So
Okay.
Steve,
Yep.
Australia Day,
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna have lamingtons.
What? So, what? We got Lamingtons.
We got lamingtons on Australia Day. Do you have jam or no jam in your lamington?
I thought we was going to talk about was it on this day or not, but we're talking about Lamingtons. We're going deep.
This is what people. This is I know our market, and they like shit talking. Me and you arguing, and for some reason a lot of food topics. So
Yeah,
we're gonna get into the food again. We'll start with the food. We'll
okay.
delve into some stuff later.
Get some serious. Yeah.
But Lamingtons, I want to know where you stand.
Yeah.
And I think I know because me and you always are like opposed on food topics.
Oh, here we go.
Jam or no jam in your lammy, mate?
Are you okay? My question is, are you serious? Because I know what I mean, and I know you know what I want. Are you telling me
You know that I know that you know that I know. Yeah. You tell
You're
me.
telling me you put jam in your Lamington? Or no, you buy.
I buy the ones with jam in them. Otherwise, I get the little lammy fingers, the little thin
Oh,
ones.
come on.
Or you get. Otherwise, you're just eating a lot of sponge.
Man, is it because they're in the clearance all the time, man? You tight ass. That's why.
No,
they're never full price.
No,
those
that was
jam
always like
Lamingtons.
my little treat, like when I used to be a labourer, I used to work for my dad and my brother, they're bricklayers.
Yeah.
And on Fridays, Dad would bring a tray of little like jam lammies or like the little lammy fingers, and you put them in the bottom of the esky and they get all cold and they were fucking delicious. But you need to have, otherwise if you just get a normal size square
brother.
Lamington.
Yeah.
You've got your chocolate coating. For people that are listening from overseas, Lamingtons are just a national icon. You look them up, Google them, one of the finest cakes you'll ever think. As long as it has jam in it. Because all it is a little square of sponge cake.
Yep.
And it's dipped in some sort of chocolate and covered in
What is
coconut.
that? Chocolate. Yeah, that's a different type of chocolate.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Simple.
Yeah, beautiful.
Although I did see one today, one of the bakeries in Adelaide is doing...
cream?
No.
Have you seen cream in this?
Yeah.
Cream's alright.
Yeah, but they're doing the lammies, instead of putting the coconut on them,
Yeah.
they're dipping them in the golden gay tongue crumbs.
Oh, okay. I still haven't had one
That
of them.
could be revolutionary brilliance, or it could be utter shit. But I'm going to go try. I'll report back to you next week with that one, guys. So actually, I'm going to give that one a go. But yeah, Steve. Otherwise, you've just got a big square of sponge.
Yeah, that's.
And you need some. You need something.
See, that's the problem with these you kids these days. You kids these days. Man.
I'm like 7 hours younger than you.
Well, why do you need to add? What is wrong with the old traditional sponge chocolate? lamington, have it with a cup of tea.
Yeah?
And
You're a meat and three veg
party
kind
in
of
my
guy, aren't
house.
you?
Everyone's invited. Yeah, like
You don't like spice or flavour, do you? You're just very...
Dude.
You are the most
do
Anglo-Saxon.
you like jam? So you like jam generally? Is that what you're saying?
I do enjoy jam, although I'm not the kind of guy that wants a jam donut. Just give me your standard
No.
donut. Don't need the extra...
Casa Berliner?
It's still too much, like, because it's just a donut with shit in it. A donut is a donut and it's good.
Yeah.
I even like a little half sprinkle on it. Maybe not sprinkles on the whole thing, a little half sprinkle. You know, I'd like to be fancy.
Yeah.
But, but when your lammies, otherwise, if you get...
Lammy. I didn't even know they're called lammies, by the way.
That's just maybe something I say because I talk like a child. But with the lamingtons, you need, like, unless you got those little thin ones, the little fingers.
Yeah.
Because then you get a good ratio of the chocolate outside of the coconut to the sponge. Otherwise, you've got this big chunk of sponge that just tastes like air, covered with like a little bit of chocolate, and you're not going to get the chocolate with every bite. Steve.
Nah, see, I do agree. There's, I think they're called chitons.
Yeah, chitons.
They're the ones who do the, or my kids, they go to childcare and they do the fundraising.
Yeah.
And that, you don't need jam. I think it's
In
all
those
about
ones?
the sponge.
Okay.
So I think you're going to a backyard dealer of the lamingtons.
Yeah.
Man. 'Cause if you get dry sponge, I'm on board with you because you
Yeah.
can get ones with cream. You know, but if I have a choice, the old original chitons, just standard, I'm happy with that, man.
Yeah, you're good. Easy?
Definitely, yeah.
Huh?
That's, me, simple, standard,
I'll
Yeah.
pay that, okay? So I
Alright.
might need to try some of those. I'm going to go on a little
Get
lamington.
on the Casa Berliner, though.
See,
You're
I'm
not
not
like Casa Berliner.
I'm not a big custard guy, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little bit lactose intolerant, so yeah, can't have
okay.
too much stuff.
Yeah.
But that's enough about that.
Yeah, okay.
Getting into a more important. So
So we're going
back
to talk about the real stuff.
Yeah, the real stuff of Australia. So another big thing, Steve,
Okay.
is do we change the date of Australia Day? Because obviously it's the day that the English settlers first came over and sort of invaded the country and took over. So it's a tough
Can we
subject.
talk about
to
lamingtons again?
Yeah, I'm just saying, where do you stand on that? Because for me, I don't really care, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is my point of view. To me, and this is the one thing that, and this year's really signified it,
Okay.
the only thing that people seem to care about is that the Hottest 100 changed the date. Because in Australia here, we have a radio station called Triple J. It's a sort of independent radio station. It has a Hottest 100. So it's the best 100 songs voted for by the people throughout that calendar year. So it could be some of the covers they've played on the radio, or it's not usually the hit song or the poppy song. It's just whatever people have voted for that listen to that station. It's a bit of an alternative station. Now, that was always traditionally played on Australia Day. So that became like a synonymous now with Australia Day. You get to listen to the Hottest 100 and have your friends around.
And you put the cricket on one day usually.
Yeah. And so you've got that. That was like, that was your staples. You go to the beach, you have your radio on, you might watch cricket when you get home, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Now, the biggest issue people seem to have is that the Hottest 100 got changed, moved to a different day. So they're now going to do it the last Saturday in January every year.
Is that okay?
That's
I
it,
didn't know
which
that.
ironically falls on Australia Day next year, but I'm sure they'll cross that bridge when they get
Why
to
did
it.
they change that? Because of
The whole thing
situation,
with the Aboriginal people
Right.
claiming it's offensive and they don't
Yeah.
want it on the day, blah blah blah. Get through that. Obviously, that's a not really a blah 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 topic, but it's one of those long-winded ones that we probably won't want to get into on this show. But it's just one of those things that everyone's main issue is. Well, they shouldn't just change the date. It's like if that's all you care about, and that's the only reason you're mad, then change the date because it doesn't really mean that much to you. It can't. If it just coincides with a music countdown,
yeah, of course.
Because like I said, all Australians really want, we want the day off work.
Yeah.
We want it to be summer.
Check.
And we want it to have the Hottest 100 on. So it could be, fucking January 15th or February 12th. As long as we got a day off and as long as we got our music countdown, I'm pretty sure 90% of Australians wouldn't give two shits what the date was.
Right.
It's just that, no, it's not. It's been that way and we're not changing it.
Yeah.
That's my issue.
Well, look, I mean, I don't have a strong feeling either way either, to be honest with you. I don't listen to Triple J Hottest 100. I'll watch the cricket instead.
Yeah.
It's usually the one day.
You're a mixed 1 or 2.3 kind of guy.
Yeah, I do love my cool yacht jams.
Yeah.
But no, look, I don't. Look, the political thing we don't get into.
No.
And it's probably best we don't. We'll offend all 12 of our listeners if we did.
Well,
but
we're smart enough to know that we don't know enough to talk about it.
yeah, that's
Exactly.
probably the best way to put it. Yeah, I don't know enough. Look, I'm happy for it to stay as January 26th for the meantime.
Yep.
There's been a lot of change happen in society and that's good. I don't know. I don't know if we're all ready for the 26th of January to change it. I'm not sure.
It's one of those things, like, I know, like, once you start opening doors and that sort of stuff, I mean, like, I know, I saw both sides of the yes-no vote for the legal marriage. I mean, like, I obviously voted for yes. I'm very much in favour of gay people just, being able to do what they want.
Well, doing what every other person should be able to do.
Exactly.
That's right, yeah.
But then I'm also, I understand the reasons for yes, no moving thing. Because then what happens is you open that gate of, okay, well, this person's offended by this. Do we change that? Do we change that? Do we change that? Do we change that? And you do need to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is the hill to die on. I'm just saying I understand both sides of this argument.
Yeah.
But the one issue I had with Australia Day is Cronulla riots really turned Australia Day for me.
Okay.
Because when I was a kid, and when obviously you're of the same age, remember Australia used to be the fun, cool country?
Yeah, of course.
We were like this sort of laid-back larrikin, have a laugh, and we don't take anything too seriously. We're green and gold, and that's our sporting team's colours, that's what we are, and that's what you celebrated with Australia Day. Cronulla riots changed that. So a few years ago, in Cronulla in Sydney, there was a huge riot took place where a lot of sort of Australian kids went around and just bashed, Arab-looking kids that didn't look like they were from Australia, even though they're probably born and raised here too. And they were wearing the Australian flag as their sort of outfit, and they're running around and we grew here, you flew here, all that sort of bullshit, like just horrible racist shit. Now that really turned it for me because ever since then, I noticed for Australia Day, the green and gold has seemed to have dispersed. And all this flag shit has started coming in. So you see the flag hats and the flag t-shirts and the flag boardies and the bikinis and everything seems to be flag related now. Now, we have American listeners. I love that you guys are very proud of your heritage and you celebrate Independence Day, which seems like a lot better thing. It's when you've got independence from England. If we ever became a republic and got our own Independence Day, I'm all for that being the day. You want to wave flags, go for it. But Australia Day, it's like you're proud of what? The fact that, the English came in and sort of took over? Is that what we're celebrating? Because most Australians, quote-unquote Australians, fucking hate English people too. So it's like, what are we really celebrating here? You just think, nah, this is ours now and you can piss off. Like, it's not. And the flag waving really just kind of sticks in my craw a bit. If we go back to the green and gold and celebrate with the green and gold stuff, I'm all for that. I want to go back to when Australia was the cool, laid-back, fun country. Paul Hogan was the man. Now it's all based around, this is ours and we're not giving it back to them. It's like, whoa. Relax. We used to be fun. What happened?
I definitely see what you're saying. And I think there was some Aussie rapper, I don't know who it was. I saw a video of it a couple of years ago. He walked around and he said Australia Day has become an opportunity for white racists to be able to go, yeah, this is us. And I think that's just because of the multicultural society that we're in, and some people feel a bit slighted, I guess, on maybe white Australians aren't getting their share. But look, to me, look, I said that we'd avoid going down this path, but we're here now. So, look, I see it as Australia is a multicultural society, and we should celebrate us being one country as everyone.
Yeah.
I don't. The Cronulla thing was dreadful, or anything quite like that. I don't like the fact that people will take the opportunity to say, I'm Australian. I'm a flag, and we're white and proud. I don't necessarily like that. I just think that it's Australia Day. This is the day that I guess was landed on. I guess So we'll take it for the time being until the politicians can sort it out. I'm happy with 26th of January. When they say, look, it's going to be now the 8th of April, then I'll run with that as well, man. I'm really not that fussed.
Yeah. Well, that's
and I don't want to sound like I'm unpatriotic or anything
No.
You're
not right.
That's
the thing is, you're almost the epitome of what I want Australia to be. Steve.
Yeah.
It's like you'll care, you'll die on a hill when it's the right time.
Right.
With this, that's not your thing. And you're about as Australian as it gets. Steve, you've got a Filipino wife, little half. You've got friends from every different ethnic group. I've seen your circle of friends. And you are multicultural Australian.
Yeah,
and that's what and this is like I said, it's not your thing. You're not going to die. That's what being Australian should be all about. But this is something that you are going to get passionate about, and I'm going to really brew you on this, Steve, because another icon of Australia is been recently they've been sort of ranked over another social media website, and people are up in arms because everyone wants to have their say, And, you know, they don't have the same platform we do. They don't get to speak to the tens of people like we do. But, Steve, Arnotts biscuits.
Yeah.
Give me your 1 to 5. Because we got through, we're going the whole range.
Yeah,
we're
whole
going
range. We have
the
to.
chocky biscuits, we're going the creams, the regular. I need your top 5. And then, more importantly, which one goes in the bin?
Which one goes in the bin? One
Goes in the bin, never to be made again. Doesn't make the cut.
Like a mellow biscuit.
Like a mellow biscuit.
Didn't make the cut for the All-Stars.
Yeah, it didn't make the cut for the... Not even close. Not even mentioned for being snubbed.
You know why it's interesting? Because it was Steph Curry's team.
Yeah.
That's why. And I noticed Klay Thompson got picked.
Yeah, because he's good.
Ridiculous.
He's good.
Paul George didn't.
Yeah,
I'd take Paul George over Klay any day.
I'd take a few people over Draymond Green too.
Yeah. Oh, that was ridiculous. Anyway,
and our boy Benny Simmons got snubbed, which is just a shock on Australia Day.
Oh man,
For
kicking the
Kyle
teeth.
Lowry, the fat. Anyway, now I've forgotten to add something to that list, Steve. I'm going to write something in there that may change your decision, but you know, run me down from number 5 because this won't be number 5, but it may be in your top 5. But start with number 5.
Also, go from down up, or you want us to go from
Give me your
1 to 5?
Give me your worst. Go worst to last.
The worst one, the one I'm binning.
Not the bin. Leave the bin
top
afterwards.
5.
Top 5.
Okay, top 5. The top 5 is I'll probably say, okay. So all of them, I say number 5 for me would be the barbecue shapes.
Barbecue shapes. You're starting off savoury.
Yeah, definitely. I think tomorrow we'll definitely crank out the barbecue shapes.
Oh, definitely. Now, are you going original or the new recipe?
No, original. I never had the new one. There was such an uproar about it. I just chose not to.
For good reason, they were rubbish.
Really? I don't understand. What could they have possibly done to change?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And I can't even explain it, but they're just not right.
Wow.
Like, I was in the airport on the way to, when I went to San Francisco a couple of years ago, and I was sitting in the airport in New Zealand, and they had shapes in the vending machine, and they had the new pizza shapes. And I'll give them a go. Like, well, how bad they're fucking dreadful. And it's hard to explain how dreadful they are and why they're so dreadful, but they're no good.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would never know that.
It's a good sharp start, Steve. So we got your barbecue shapes in there.
Barbecue shapes. Number 4. Oh, see, for me, I need to go from top. At least, look, I'm going to chuck in number 1.
Chuck in number 1. Okay, we'll go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, just so I know where I'm at. Tim Tams.
Tim Tams.
Tim Tams.
Now, double stuff.
Standard's fine.
Just stock standard. Yeah.
Yeah, the single chocolate slice.
You don't like a bit of variety,
No.
do you? Just keep it real bland.
No, look, don't give it double choc's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'll smash the double chocs. I'll smash chocolate with the best of them.
Now, I'm going to just say something that I do this because I'm a personal trainer and I like to ruin things for people because I'm a ruiner. Did you know one Tim Tam has 99 calories in it?
Yeah. I'm allowed to eat about 3,000 calories a day, man. That's 30 biscuits. I'm all right, man. You only get about 12 in a day. 12 in a bag.
All I'm saying is because I put a lot of clients on the rower.
Yeah.
And to roll out 500 calories on the rower, it takes about 4 minutes and it's pretty high intensity. Well, about 3 minutes. Like 3.5. Really
Don't
high,
do that because I could smash that.
Really high intensity.
3 minutes high, I can eat 5 Tim Tams.
That's half of one Tim Tam.
You said 500 calories.
No, 50 calories.
50 calories.
50
calories.
calories.
50
There's
calories.
99 in one Tim Tam. See,
Right.
I ruin things for people. This is what I do.
But where do you get your, and I'm using the fingers here, facts from? Because if you got them from the fingers again, internet. I'm
talking about from the packet. It says
the packet with the fingers.
Yeah. Each biscuit contains 99 calories.
Okay.
And then on the roller, which isn't an exact science, but it says, you burnt off 50 calories. So,
okay.
you got to do a lot of rowing to get through one Tim Tam.
Well, I don't go on the roll, so who gives a shit?
You don't go on anywhere.
No. Bench press. So definitely Tim Tam. I love Tim Tam.
That's good,
I'm going to go jump out of the chocolate range for a second, and this is a toss-up. It's very tight for number 2 and number 3.
Yep.
Tim Tam's your Michael Jordan, your Mick Jordan.
Yep.
And number 2, number 3 is my Magic and my LeBron. I'm going to go Kingston and Monte Carlo.
Kingston, so he's gone to the assorted cream range.
So Kingston for LeBron because he's the king.
Yeah.
And
nice.
I'm going to say Monte Carlo for Magic because Dream Team went to Monte Carlo when they were trying out for Barcelona.
You know what?
See how I'm mixing this shit up, man?
That was
fucking
very,
genius.
That was very good from you, Steve. Usually your live ad-libs are really terrible, but that was quite well
I've been working on it for weeks.
Is that what's written on your hand?
I don't know, they're so sweaty. I get so nervous. I don't know what it says anymore.
The joke's about my big hand started in the 90s.
But yeah, so definitely Monte Carlo
So
and
you've
Kingston's.
got one left.
Yeah.
You're number 4. Who's in the 4 spot? Who's your starting power forward in your biscuit lineup?
Yeah. I'm gonna look. There's a couple. I hate those orange cream ones. They're dreadful. They're just and those fake Oreos can.
Oh, the Delta cream.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not Oreos. The Oreos that came out in Australia before Oreos came out.
Yeah.
It was like they're like almost like a light chocolate Oreo, and it's shit out. So it's like
man. The fifth one I'm gonna go for is the old. It's only from my childhood, and I've liked them forever. The Scotch
fingers.
Yeah, Scotch fingers.
Just a nice plain Scotch fingers.
Yeah, just because they're good. They're good with the tea.
Yeah, they are good with the tea and a coffee.
coffee.
Now, do you go any? Once again, I'm probably going to get a no here.
You put chocolate on the back of
Yeah,
them?
do you go the fancy chocolate back ones?
Does someone like me eat chocolate?
Yes,
No,
you put Tim Tams number one, you dickhead.
No, I love a chocolate, but no.
I've had I'll be honest with you, I've had the choc back ones, and it's like okay, but it feels like nah. Doesn't need this.
Nah, you're going too hard.
Scotchy's a good one there.
Scotchies,
Lammies. Just shorten everything up, mate. I have a child's name. It's how I roll. All right, so
that's my five.
There's five, and okay, the all important one, Steve. I think you may have mentioned it.
Yeah.
But which one goes in the bin?
There's two.
Two. You got two for the bin. Okay.
That orange one.
Orange cream.
Which is just, what the fuck is up with that? Honestly, man, like that should have never got through the old
vetting process.
Yeah, that's right.
That was the one guy seems to like the hunky guy.
Yeah. I think they need to have that for point of reference.
Yeah,
they do have the point of reference.
Do you reckon that's the do you like this? No, do you like this? Have that? No, I really don't like that. So that's making those ones taste better.
Exactly.
Okay,
These fake Oreos are right.
Yeah.
The other one is because it also reminds me of my childhood, and it's like, why did my nana keep picking them?
Yeah.
Is that she would packet of 50 of them like the arrow roots.
Oh!
What the fuck is that with that, man?
If you're over the age of 2, you don't eat arrowroot biscuits. They're for kids that had just gotten off teething. They've gone from the rusk into the arrowroot biscuit. Because I can tell you what it tastes like, guys. Nothing. It's just the plainest biscuit. It's supposed to be like a sweet biscuit.
Yeah.
But it tastes like nothing.
No.
I never understood them either. So no, that's okay. Put them in the bin.
When we was in school when I was little, like remember lunch orders? Would you ever school ever lunch orders?
Yeah.
Well, we never got lunch orders, our family.
But no, I saw other kids have them too. Yeah. While I was eating my peanut butter sandwich that was squashed in my bag because I couldn't even afford a lunchbox. Anyway.
Oh my God. There was kids in my school, right, who had obviously enough money to get their pie or pasty or whatever the fuck they had in their fruit box. And they would also get, and this was just rubbing shit in my face, they'd get this it was like a giant arrowroot biscuit, and they put butter on it. Just because they had changed.
The bush biscuit.
Was that? No, was it bush? I swear it was an
No,
arrowroot,
no, it's a bush biscuit. It was like really big rectangle one.
No, I thought it was a big oval, man.
Oh, no, then that may have been a big arrowroot biscuit.
It was a big. It was just like rubbing in the poor kids' faces.
Well,
like we got enough money just to waste on this big biscuit. Man.
We used to get these big bush biscuits, which were a big rectangle, and they were thick, and they were kind of like a real, like it was almost like a teething rusk. It was like tasteless. And it was big, and you did need to put a bit of butter on it to make it taste half decent. But that's what we used to get at home. So
no. I'm quite certain it was like an arrowroot or a big giant milk coffee biscuit. That was just as bad. But I also watched it. I was like, you assholes, man. Like, at least pocket the change and think about it. But anyway,
Well, that's a good list, Steve. You've gone 4 sweets and a savoury.
Yeah,
I like that. So I'm going to start off my list. It's going to be not too dissimilar to yours, but I'm going to go with the Monte Carlo.
Yeah, nice.
Because that's just cup of coffee, cup of tea. That's a winner.
You're all about the cup of tea, man.
I'm a huge cup of tea. I'm a creature of habit. Straight after dinner, after every meal, there's green tea. Yeah, there's nearly every meal. I will have at least 4.
Oh, you don't have one of those English breakfast teas?
I'm not an English breakfast guy. If I feel like, on the weekend and stuff, feel fancy, I'll have a cup of tea, like, especially in winter.
Yeah, it was a winter thing.
It's a winter thing. But even throughout summer, I'll still drink my green tea or my lemongrass and ginger.
Yeah.
It's really good.
You got me on the green tea, that?
Yeah, it's not bad. And then, during winter, I might get stuck into an Earl Grey sometimes. I'm feeling real fancy, or an English breakfast. It was one of those things like I never realised. Like you hear about English, spot of tea, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Until like I went to go visit my family in the UK. Shout out to my family in the UK listening. Love you lots. Your input to the show is outstanding. So you haven't sent anything for a while, but come on, mate, send it through. Jerk of a cousin actually sent me photos from when he came to visit when I was like 10, and I look like an absolute spaz. I might actually put the photos online. But he looks exactly the same. He hasn't aged a day in like 15 years, and I look like an absolute nonce. But anyway, when we were in England visiting them, it was like, because it was raining sideways the day that we got there, because of course the weather's shit in England.
Oh, yeah.
But it was around Christmas time. But then, yeah, every 10 minutes someone was offering me a cup of tea. And you just kind of get used to it because the weather's so shit. And you look outside, you're like, well, I'm not going out there. And they're like, you want a cup of tea? I'm like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Just tea and biscuits becomes a very real thing.
So they have Arnotts over there? Do you know?
Nah, they got their own biscuit. They're doing all right there. When I'm over there, I have the digestives. I'm big on the digestive biscuits. I'm like an old person with biscuits. Because number 2, which is going to just... Ginger nut biscuits.
What the fuck are they?
It's just like a ginger biscuit.
Arnotts?
Arnotts, yes.
Hang on. This is definitely the Arnotts range.
This is definitely Arnotts range. I'll put my life on it. It's a
I've never heard of this one. What's this
ginger
one?
nut. Yeah.
Does it come in the assorted packet or is
No, it's just on its own packet. Yeah, it's like it's a real hard, like little round.
Oh, I know the
circle
one.
of ginger.
Yeah, I know the one.
See?
Yeah. Sorry,
Probably
not
should.
bad.
I'll smash it. But that's that's my go-to. The reason why I love the ginger nut so much is because it's okay. It's not,
But it's okay as number 2 though.
It's because it's important. That's why it's number 2.
sorry.
Because I have it every night after dinner. I'll have a green tea and I have a ginger nut biscuit because it's okay enough that I enjoy it, and it's sweet enough that it kills that sweet craving. So then after dinner, I'm not like, oh, where's the chocolate? Where's this? Where's that? And I kill that sweet craving. I've had one biscuit, so not too many calories, not too much sugar, and then I'm fine. I can have some more water, go to bed. And rather than, after you have dinner, you just get stuck in that range of, where are the ice creams? Or where's this?
Sure.
But that ginger nut biscuit, so not so much because it's the best tasting, because it's very important to my life.
You just mentioned ice creams. Have you tried the new M&M's ice cream?
No, but I did see it. I did want to try it. Like I said,
the normal ones?
the whole lactose intolerance issue is a real tough one, but I usually will push through for something good, and that did look pretty good to me.
Yeah, chocolate M&M. I haven't tried the peanut one. Chocolate one.
Oh, I need the
Sweet.
peanut. I'll always try the peanut.
I know I heard bad things.
Bad things?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not.
What, someone that just gets anaphylactic?
No,
or someone that genuinely didn't like the taste of it?
Matt Reiser, he backed the peanut ones. He went for it and then said,
no
I'm
good.
disappointed.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's no good.
There you go.
Well, anyway, I'll move on to the number 3.
Yep.
The butternut snap cookies.
Yeah.
So they're sort of like an Anzac biscuit.
I do like them.
Which is another great Australian thing. But yeah, butternut snap. The reason why I don't get those is because they're really good with a cup of tea as well. But they're that tasty, you will whip through the whole packet. That's diabetes central. I try to stay away from them.
How many rows do we have to do with that one? Man?
Oh, you'd be a lot of roll. Your ass would get pretty sore. You'd be on that roll for a while. Now, I'm going to throw in your number 5 into number 4, starting at power forward, is barbecue shapes. And, of course, original, none of this new recipe mumbo jumbo. We've gone through that before. That was just an absolute atrocious mess.
Just quickly, while I'm just commentating for everything that you say here, when I go to get barbecue shapes, the wife goes, no, we want pizza shapes.
Yes.
I'm like, no, I like barbecue. And she goes, no, we're pizza shapes family. And I'll have to take the pizza shape. Yeah.
If you've got this on record, and I'm a witness to Steve saying this, so when the eventual divorce happens, we know why.
Yes.
Jonah, please.
Yeah, pizza shapes.
Go 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Because admittedly, I like the pizza shapes too. But no, it's like, you'd almost want to go... If you had maybe you were buying 5 packets of shapes, like, say you go once a week, you'd go barbecue, pizza, barbecue, and then maybe a chicken crimpy.
Yeah, chicken crimpy.
Chicken crimpy's good. I like chicken crimpy.
She'll take chicken crimpy over everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I like a chicken crimpy. I'll sneak a chicken crimpy. I'll probably put a chicken crimpy ahead of pizza.
Yeah.
That's just the way I roll. They're the only ones they didn't mess with. They didn't make new recipe chicken crimpies. They kept them.
How could they? Yeah.
So... This is
what about the little fish ones, the drumsticks? What the flavour? They're like bacon, so I wouldn't even fuck with them.
No, I don't know.
They're terrible.
Too different. When they try to make those
little fish things.
Yeah, and they try to make too many gourmet flavours. Like seasonal. This. It's like, no, it's like with chips too. Like they always try to do chips and they go, we got this flavour and this, and it's a sweet potato chip with this and that. It's like,
mate? Give me chicken.
Don't care.
Give me some vinegar. Yeah, what the fuck?
And the other thing this is once again segue. We are really bad at staying in topic. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get to number 5 in a second. But with chips, this could probably be a whole nother conversation.
Okay.
Who decided the colours for chips? Because blue's always original, no matter what brand you got.
That's right.
Purple.
Salt and vinegar.
Yep. Orange
is barbecue.
Now, why is chicken green?
That's a good question.
There's one thing I know in life. If you see green chicken, go the other way.
Yeah.
Because you're going to die.
Yeah, you get some food poisoning.
Who came up with... And it's like universal throughout all the chips.
Yeah, that's a great point. I never thought of that. You've got me stumped, yeah.
See, I think about food too much.
Do. Yeah. You're a thinking man.
I used to be a fat man. The fat man's still in there, and he has a lot of
Fights
questions.
every day, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. He's actually trying to burst out. It's like watching The Nutty Professor. I tell
Dude,
you
I'm going to tell you a real secret. I had Smarties just before.
Did you?
Yeah, just a little mini packet.
Yeah, did you steal it from your kid's lunchbox? You did, didn't you?
No,
you scumbag. You fucking
I can't
scumbag.
fucking do it.
Sophia's sitting at school and all these other kids are opening the lollies and now she feels like you did when you were a child. Just cats in the cradle and silver spoon. Anyway, number 5.
Okay, here we go. This is a lot of pressure here, man, because I think your list is pretty shit at the moment. I'm going to put it out there.
Mate, my list is solid.
Your
And my
list
list is going to go with, like, it's just... Okay, so, like, if you go down my list, you know, your point guard is fancy. That's Monte Carlo. That's your Magic Johnson. As a 2 guard, I didn't go Michael. I went quite reliable.
Scalabrindi.
No, at the 2, I'd probably give that a Joe Dumas. It plays good defense.
I know, but I went for the ginger redhead guy, but no.
No. I went Joe Dumas, my defender. Yeah, we're tied all back. We're good at relating. Okay. Now, butternut, very fancy. I enjoy it. It's probably not, ideal to have all the time, but it's very good to the team. So you know what I'm going to give number 3?
Who's that?
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh.
Don't want him all the time, but every now and then, that's genius.
He should be like a marshmallow thing, don't you reckon?
Barbecue,
marshmallow?
Barbecue shapes at the 4. That's pretty reliable. It's almost Tim Duncan.
Yeah, he's built like a barbecue.
Yeah, Tim Duncan. And then at centre.
Yeah, here we go.
We're going to go Scotch fingers, which I can't even relate anyone to that. That's just plain.
Big hands. Who's got big hands? Scotch, I don't know. Scotch tape. Yeah. Big fingers, catches everything. Shaquille O'Neal, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Shaq. We'll go with Shaq. All the big.
We're reaching now.
I tried the analogy. It didn't really work. I wasn't as good with Steve with my analogies today. Steve really nailed his. I kind of fell to the wayside there. Now the bin.
Okay. The bin.
Now I'm going to argue with your bin because orange cream not that bad.
Oh come on.
Now, I used to work at a paint store. I've had a lot of jobs, people. As you can probably tell. You used to do everything. Yeah, I've worked just about anywhere. Yeah. So we used to have this thing called Paint Tech, where we'd go to a warehouse and we got taught by this guy who was like the guru of paint. Which, on a side note, I really appreciate when people are passionate about something. And this guy was really passionate about his paint. So he would talk about, we have to learn about what undercoats went on what and this and that, so you could then go on and sell at retail. Now, it was really funny because he would talk about stuff that, when you love something and someone else doesn't and you think they do as well, and he'd be like, this guy used this undercoat on this lead pipe and then you try to paint over it. And he's laughing like it's preposterous and the rest of us in the class are like, why would you do that? No fucking idea what he's talking about.
Gary.
But yeah, pretty much. But the best bit is that they always had a big packet of assorted creams there.
Beautiful.
And so you just sit there and just he goes, if you want to make a cup of coffee, go out, make a cup of coffee, come back. Because this guy would just ramble on all day. And you got paid for this too. You got paid to be there for the day. So you get to sit there, listen to this guy talk about paint and just dunk biscuits in coffee. And that's when you kind of go, shit, we're down to the Delta creams and the orange cream is like... And the Delta cream I always had a beef with because it's I can't believe it's not Oreos.
Yeah.
So I would go the orange cream and, at a pinch, not bad.
Come on, man. It was like having Metamucil in a fucking biscuit, man. You serious?
I liked it. I'm
standing
by.
At the end of the day.
Now, this is going to be controversial.
Okay.
Kingston, in the bin.
Oh, you taking... Where did it... I think you're honestly just razzing me up now. You're taking the piss,
I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for that, but I don't care. It's just... My issue is that... Not that it's not nice. It is nice, but it's fucking overrated.
No.
It is so overrated. Everyone, talks about it like it's, biscuit gold. It's not that
That's
good.
why they make it small, man, because you only need one and it's I'm in heaven.
No, it's not. No, it's like your Magnum Ego. It's too much. You're just doing too much. No good. Trying to be too fancy.
Don't pick up my Magnum Ego.
No, I'm picking on everything, Steve. Go on. You know what we're like. I don't like it. It's in the bin.
Wow.
And joining it in the bin, obviously, of course, is the arrowroot.
Yeah,
I don't know why they make it. Yeah, arrowroot biscuit. Just need a nick off. That's just, So
nick off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been swearing all day, but then that time I decided to rein it in. We're all over the shop today. But yeah, it's just one while we're on the Arnotts biscuits.
Sure.
And I know you're a big Tim Tam guy.
Yeah, I do love it.
And always seems to be the Tim Tam are on the special at the same time.
Yes.
Now, do you always have Tim Tams and then have to get a packet of mint slices as well? Because you just go I don't know. This is
mix it up.
This might be you. I don't know if you noticed this too, but you had a couple of friends that are a little bit. Well, they're probably obviously. We had friends that were always richer than us.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's.
And every time you went to their house, and they're like, "Oh, just get yourself a drink out of the fridge," which I was always scared to do. I don't like opening up people's fridges, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
But you always open the fridge, and you just notice that every fucker that I went to school with, or I was friends with as a kid, had Tim Tams mint slice next to each other.
man.
They always seem to be on special at the same times. Like, is there like some sort of federal law that I'm not aware of that if you buy a packet of Tim Tams, you have to buy a packet of mint slice as well?
Oh, dude, that's funny. I will only buy mint slices if there's a function on. So, if Tim Tams and them are half price, I'll buy 3 packs of Tim Tams, 1 mint slice,
Yep. Good ratio.
Yeah, I think it's 3 to 1. I think it's 25% now. It's funny that you say that because, when...
We're breaking this down like old mate Gary at the paint store.
You wouldn't believe it. $2.27 for a pack of Tim Tams. I think that's how Jonah was courting me when we were younger. She knew that our house was not a house of plenty of food, so she would get me with the food, man.
Yeah,
she would, man. She'd be like, "Do you like Cocoa Pops?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah." She goes, "You want some Cocoa Pops?" Yeah, that's how she got me in for food, man. She knew it from day one.
We'll finish on this quote from my good friend Andy's mum. It's the best piece of advice that I've ever received, and we'll end the show on this one.
Okay.
One day after a wrestling show up in Queensland, I was staying at her place. And she sat me down. She was pretty drunk. And she'd made some food and stuff like that. And I loved her cooking. She's an Italian lady, great cook.
Beautiful.
And she saw how much I appreciated food. And she heard about me being somewhat, let's say, promiscuous. She just sat me down and she goes, Speed, every girl can have sex. Not every girl can cook. So choose wisely.
Yeah, wow.
And to this day, best advice I've ever received in my life.
That's fantastic, yeah. Well, yeah.
So I hope everyone's learnt something from that.
Yeah.
Take that home with you. And if
your
your wife's only good at making reservations, maybe find a new wife. So that's going to be us for today, guys. Please remember to rate and review, subscribe to the channel, guys. Share us out. If you enjoy the show, tell a friend. If you don't enjoy the show, tell 3 people you don't like and make them listen to it and ruin their day. Just spread the love.
Yeah, I agree.
The same way we're spreading the love with biscuits, we want you to spread the love with us. And that's going to be us for today. For Speed Caruana, saying goodbye. For Steve Burrows.
See you later.
We'll speak to you next week. Peace.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.